Hey guys. We're back. I've been going for a minute now. I'm back with the jump off. Gotti in the club in case something jump off. All right, settle down. Have some manners. Greet me on the walk-in. Rub elbows and genitals. All right, guys. So I know you guys said that the ads in the beginning make you miss the first portion of the show. Why not? Why not? Pay for it to go away. But that's just me. Okay, guys, welcome back. I took a week off. I have a life. I have a job. It was the holidays. I was cooking. I was a little bit too domesticated for my liking, but I'm back being an animal. How was everyone's holidays? How was everyone's cooking? Y'all saw what happened to my oxtail. Let's not. It was delicious nonetheless. All right. So there was a couple of things we missed while I took the week off. We can go and revisit really quick during my sabbatical. I was attacked. I was attacked by a group, an infamous group of organized crime members. They're not the toughest, but they're the loudest. During my sabbatical, I was attacked. I was attacked by the Barbs, and I don't even. The only reason I I closed my page for a second because I know how bitter they get, and they report your page and they have it taken down. By no means, whenever I make my page private after a little spat with them, is that out of fear. What are you gonna do? That's because I have 40,000 followers, and there goes my Nikki nose. Sorry, and I don't want them, touching my followers. But anyway, it was a real weak reason. They don't need much. They don't get much mental stimulation. They don't go outside. So a blogger, Glock Topics, and I feel a little weird about you too. I don't know if you're a boy or a girl, but I'm guessing you're one of the panty wearers. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, so this is a blog that I get a lot of my topics from. They're just like a new blog, and they have a lot of the Twitter news that I like. They don't really have like they got you're doing your thing, whoever you are. I still don't kind of like you. Yeah, it's not a lot. Anyway, so this page you know let's just show you.
It's like
I can't even do it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna do it. This is a rapper from Staten Island. Her name is Cleopatra. She was an internet comedian first. She's the one that teaches people their grammatical errors. Like if you say mines, she'll show you. Like she'll do a little Photoshop of her in a mine, and this is a mines and versus mine, and there, and there, and which you retards really can't conceptualize. So she started off as a internet comedian, and she, like everybody else, they grabbed the microphone. Um, she's most known for being former best friends with Isis Spices. They're no longer friends. Just like Nikki and Isis Spices are no longer friends. Oh, a shocker. Nikki brings a non-friend of her non-friend, and they become non-friends in 2 weeks. So I say this old bitch loved to link up with enemies of her enemy just to become the biggest enemy. And then here comes the social rejects. Couldn't get a cool seat at the lunch table in high school. The fan club of Nicki Minaj. They come, they harass me. They post pictures of my grandma. They call my grandma skinny. I thought that was hot. They say her hands was wrinkly like a Milky Way chocolate bar. I say she's 84. It's just not people that were, oh, thank you so much, Poseidon. Just people, it's not even a good kind of, argument for me. Then you have this guy that calls himself the final boss. Hi, Rez. He's someone that once dressed Nikki, I don't know, maybe the 3 Thanksgivings ago, and now it's his saved clip. He goes to somebody's page. Their most proud moment is their clipped tweet. I think he dressed her 3 Thanksgivings ago, won't let it go. He said, I heard you were looking for me. I'm the final boss. And, we had a good spar. No, on my end, his wasn't good. They have a lot of bots behind them. But these people, they're remarkable. When people waste their talents, it's a shame. You guys should work for Ancestry, 123Me, those kind of sites. Because the remarkable part of this is they found my half sister that I haven't seen in real life in 30 years, which is, kind of impressive. And you know what's so funny? What were the odds? They find my dad's daughter. I say my dad's daughter because for me to say and this is just, I don't care. For me to say my brother, hi Wandy, my brother, my sister, you had to come out my mom's poom poom. I'm sorry. Men, and this is going to go to my next topic. Men can nut in a sock or nut in a person, and to them, neither situation changes their behavior or their involvement. A nut's a nut. So when a man has a baby, I'm not really compelled to say, hey, sister, brother, I don't know you. You were a nut. I was a nut, but I'm more loyal to my egg. I'm more loyal to my egg, and my egg is my mom. So, and then the products of her production, therefore after. So they found my dad's daughter. And I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. This is just my brain. And the girl happens to be a barb. They find her page. She has, what do those psychos call themselves? Something like Barbie gang. Let's just say that. And they're like, see, there's always the ugly, wicked sister on the wrong side of history. And I just, where'd you find her? Because tell her to stop asking for money because she's cutting into my point. But anyway, they find my half sister. She's a barb. The barb's no Skip. They told him to stay off of Jacked. Tell Skip stay off of Jacked Off. I'm guessing that's a gay site for lovers. It's just a lot going on with those people. But I came out of that. I got jumped for about 2 to 3 days, unscathed. Because what do? I called my mom. I told her, if you guys ever thought that I was an attention whore, you guys should see my mom. I'm telling her yo, they post grandma, they post dad, they post the girls that have, and she goes, they didn't post me. Girl, why do you want to get jumped by a whole bunch of boys in panties and maniacs? Girl, she loves the attention, but she didn't get it. You guys are really sick. And then I call my brother. Let's not say his name because I guess you guys could scare him. He's like, why are you antagonizing them? Why not? Why not? Get in here. Let's dance. Because these are people that think that they have strength in numbers. I have strength by myself. So you wanna talk about the BBL heard around the world? No one BBL should have all this power. You wanna talk about the BBL heard around the world? Poseidon, not nice. Not nice. We're not gonna call my brother his pandemic nickname. But anyway, you gotta show people that their efforts is nothing. It's nothing to a giant. You can send 500 boys in panties, people that were forgotten, people that don't have necks and wide backs, things of creeds and groups that land forgotten, and you send them against one. I'm the final boss. I don't give a fuck. There's nothing you can do or say to make me care. I make a good amount of money. I'm always on vacation. The man that I love loves me a little bit more than I love him. And that's the safe way. And then I live to see another day. You guys are obsessed with someone that wouldn't piss on you in a fire so much that you use her picture as the representative of your thoughts. Your Abby is, the welcome to my page, and you guys, you're not confident in your looks because your Abby isn't even your face. And you think you can put 500,000 of those people that don't love themselves together. It doesn't even equate to one me. So that's why I'm going to antagonize you. I'm going to, I'm going to play the game. I had a little bit of time. So that happened. One of her little one-day stylists attacked me. What's his name? Sleaze Minaj or Sleaze Mirage. And then you know what? When you argue with someone, even if you don't follow them, the new algorithm on Twitter shows you their tweets, even if you're not following them. And I was at work on Thanksgiving because, unfortunately, I worked on Thanksgiving. And I seen him. And the obsession is so cringy. He said, thank God I'm the Nicki Minaj of my family. And I said, be you, nigga. Be the you of your family. But he already know how I spar lyrically, so he didn't really come back. Because once you shut on, you really don't care. Like, they go away to a weaker victim. So, yeah, this group is really lame. I wish you guys some, curriculum activities. I wish you grass. That's what I'm just start saying to people. I wish you grass. Now, another thing about your little leader, how am I going to find it? I think I can go to her page. Even though I'm blocked, Elon has this new thing, because it'll just tell you you're blocked, as if that matters. Where am I? We're on her page. I'm blocked. So some jokes are satire, and some jokes show you how exhausting and insufferable people are. So you guys know that Kai Cenat just closed out his 30-day marathon where he streamed nonstop. And, his mom is a barb. His mom is a barb, and his mom is Trini. So, this isn't right here.
Working schedule, and, yeah, and I just want to big up the barbs. We're the barbs. Happy Thanksgiving to the barbs. I love the barbs. Happy Thanksgiving, Nikki. Happy Thanksgiving.
Very charismatic, lovely, lovely lady. This is someone's mom. So, he posted that. Someone posted the show. How she, gave her holiday greetings to Nikki. A waste of a greeting. And Nikki, it's a joke. Don't care. Nikki responds to Kai's mom and says, because she shouted out Papa Bear, the offspring. And she said, Nikki's saying her son said, he said, where's his plate that y'all didn't have for his mama when he visited Hungry that one time in Atlanta, child, when she thought she was getting some good Trini home cooking, but instead was left with a headache and a glass of stale orange juice. Like, girl, bitch, bye, boo. Like, this is the lady that you guys stand, and then their defense. It's a joke. You guys don't get satire. Some things just show how insufferable you are as a person. I hate the kid. And what else did we miss while I was gone for a week? Oh, and currently still being harassed for the Joe Budden podcast had a little clip about men and fathers. Hold on, guys. Okay. And I gave my 2 cents, and it's at 4 million views now, and it's just, hi, Skip. I hate Nikki as a person. Thank you. I mean, it's not that hard. I hate people effortlessly, but she goes out her way. Everybody say hi to my husband, Skip. He's in here. Okay, so I can't tell you guys enough how much I have ADHD. So this entire show is going to be off of a whim. I don't have time to create a vision board, and as I see it, I'm going to say it. And that happens all the time when I respond to things. So this, I click on it and it says 9 minutes and 57 seconds. Not doing it. Congratulations on getting an affiliate, D. Well, thank you so much. I still haven't seen any of my checks yet. All my checks go to my mom's house. I'm going to ask her to open up one of these Twitch checks. It's probably 69 cents for right now. How many people's in here? 12? Okay, but thank you. I am a Twitch affiliate now. Joe Budden podcast talking about how men in marriages sacrifice their happiness for the sake of their children when they don't want to be in a relationship anymore. Didn't watch the video. There was no need. Those 87 words summed up what they felt they needed to spew for 10 minutes on that couch. I reply to the caption and not the video because I'm not going to waste that time. Hi, Isis. I reply, men don't sacrifice anything. They cheat, lie, complain, cheat some more, make multiple homes, cheat, do 1/4 of the parenting of women and act exhausted, go to bars to find more women to lie to, then act like the father of the year. Spare me with those animals. We are now at 4 million interactions. Let's give you a glimpse of what I've had to deal with. I mean, seek therapy and pray for better discernment. go to therapy. Men just don't like you or take you seriously. Sounds widely specific, heavy trauma. You attract what you deserve. Some women, only women are my sign. Go heal, sound like dog put you through the ringer. A little Richard Pryor, probably saying something I wouldn't care for. Log off and go log in with a therapist. I happen to be a therapist. And then a whole bunch of you botch body BBL having bitch, you ugly bitch gonna die, bitch. People DMing me telling me you gonna die alone, bitch. You know what's so crazy? And you guys, since you're in here, you really know me. Not to brag, but to brag. I have one of the cutest, effortless lives I did ever see. If I even cough, there will be a man with a bottle of NyQuil, a hot tea, a meal, and some dick that I didn't ask for at my disposal. I have one of the cutest, most this man has gone above and beyond loving, caring relationships I'd ever seen. With that I have to pay like I weigh. I'm a sex slave, but nonetheless, to think that someone's observation has to be firsthand just really says a lot about your lack of understanding life. I don't have to suffer to know where suffering comes from. I don't have to walk into a fire and be melted down to a crisp to know that a fire can do that to me. Just because I am in a relationship where I am being loved on significantly doesn't mean that I'm blind to the fact of how awful men are. I am a bartender. I sit there and watch married men hate their women all day long, lie to other women about their marital status. I do not have to be your moms, because you guys lived in a house. Not you guys, my followers are different. The men that hate me so much for telling the truth about them, I don't have to go through or be the example to know where the suffering is coming from. Men literally call watching the children that they made babysitting. Babysitting, if you Google it, is watching a child that isn't yours for a fee. Men have somehow came out of parenting unscathed and unaccountable for raising children. And literally when someone actually does their job as a father, and barely that, they get this applause. You guys start applauding fish for swimming. And I just really don't give a fuck enough about the situation to give men that much. The gag is men really don't have to do anything because you guys don't hold them accountable. So when I say men do 1/4 the parenting of women and act exhausted, that's true. What do men sacrifice? This doesn't come from a place of hurt. This comes from a place of living long enough to have observed the behavior of a multitude of men. Men that I have as male friends, men that I have as coworkers, male that I have as followers on Twitter. Just an observation. I'm one of those people, I don't have to touch the fire. You told me about the fire. I respect the fire's burn. To pretend that, and they go, what men do you know? Your daddy, you, my followers, my tweet. Stop pretending that it is a gender war and it's not a war against social norms. The war is against social norms and what we have allowed for so long that has become a norm in society. So now when a man even so much as picks up his child for 2 seconds, we call him an amazing father. I'm not going to give you all that. So what do men sacrifice? Men have multiple families because they lie, they lay down, and they repeat cycle. And if we pretend that it's not existing, let's pretend. But if we want to deal with facts, come over to the I'm Not Impressed show where we tell shit how it is. Not because we lived it, it's because we have common sense. So 4 million views later, I'm being harassed. I'm being told that I'm a single mom with no kids. And it's okay because it's the computer. It ever becomes too much, you turn it off, you go get some sex, some grass, and you live to see another day. So suck me off. I genuinely don't give a fuck. I'll be all types of BBL, botch bitches, bubblehead, bulging bitch. It means nothing to me, just like your life means nothing to me. So those were the two major events that happened in the last week while I was, making a good amount of money so I could go on my multiple vacations while you guys foam at the mouth calling me BBL bitch. The BBL heard across the world. Okay, now into nigger news. The sexual assault doesn't fall far from the rapo tree. Not surprised. Christian King Combs has been served with an assault lawsuit as his father's Miami's mansion. Yacht stewardess by the name of Grace O. McCargay, I know my name, that's all that matters, filed a lawsuit against Christian on assault, battery, sexual assault, intentional infliction of emotion. Okay, he's going down to Chinatown. Hey, Latrice, my love, let you grab your AirPods. I appreciate that. So Diddy Jr., that has no identity, of course, of his own, is only going to emulate his pappy in following suit in sexual assault against, I was going to say women, but there's men in there too. Diddy's youngest son, Christian, was served legal paperwork as his incarcerated father's Miami mansion, blah, blah, blah. Come on with the pop-ups. Diddy, age 55, has been spending time at the mansion. He was arrested in New York on sex trafficking on September 16th, and the mogul pleaded not guilty. But his son just got served 2 days ago for the same crimes. His father... I do not look good today. This is a... Thank you so much. I'm just going to take it and go. I'm not going to be like Nikki. The little boy... is being served because allegedly he is following the rape footsteps of his dad. I will keep you guys debriefed on. Look at this. Look at this picture. This picture is so ridiculous. All right. I don't know why I just got a little moment of drainage. So, Sexy Red never revealed to us who her child's dad was, and I see why. Now, sorry, let me stop moving my leg. It's cutting off the cord. Now we meet this guy. His name is Wu something. He took to his live to say that she burnt him. Let's see how much of this I could tolerate before I turn it off.
Why you lying? Do all your niggas know what's going on with you? Do you tell them niggas you burning, or do you lie to them like you did me? Or is you lying to them niggas how you did me? Or is you lying? Or did you lie to me? Did you lie? Did you tell them the truth? Or did you tell them the truth? When you gonna keep it gangster? Hey. And when you gonna keep it gangster? When you gonna keep it gangster? Bitch, you did. That's what you did. You lied to me for 6 months, and then you told me you had that shit. I hope you got AIDS.
Oh.
So if y'all don't know how HSV2 type 1 or 2 work, this how this shit go. You can't get rid of that shit. If you fuck somebody that got this shit while they having an outbreak, then you can contract it. But if you don't, you won't contract it.
I am so sorry. I know he's trying to tell us something about his personal life and we should care. But baby, if you have braces on, how are we going to close the gap if you're missing the train track? Did y'all just see that?
Bitch, can't get rid of that shit.
How are we gonna close the gap without the track? I don't know what's going on with this generation. The girl is allegedly burning. She came back and said it's not true. Amid a man claiming to be her baby daddy saying that she's burning. She posted this on her Instagram. Y'all want to know why I don't care? It's not true. 2, y'all believe anything. What else does she have? I don't understand this interaction. They said you the friend that's burning. Bitch, I might be. That's nasty. Right, that's the point. I mean, I guess we find out where we burnt the braids off of him. Maybe he just got them put on and had to go back tomorrow for the rest. Maybe you guys are kinder than me. I see where she got the inspiration for her lip gloss lines and the names. It came from personal experience. I don't care for the girl. I don't care for what she represents. It's just, it's all a little bit too ghetto for me, but I got to report it anyway. I still haven't seen it yet, but Gladiator 2 is officially the highest grossing film of Denzel Washington's career. So shout out to him. This has nothing to do with his accolades. I just don't know how in recent days, everything is just breaking records, and they're not even as good. Like, look at the songs. When did y'all? They're using bots. When did y'all start going double platinum in a month? And Fab just went platinum. Now this. I don't care about numbers. Numbers are fake. Give me talent. Not to take away from this. Every new song is breaking records. Every movie is breaking records, and it's just, where are the numbers coming from? What ass? What ass are we pulling these numbers out of? I just want to know which ass it's coming from, and I can sleep better. But shout out to Denzel, the highest grossing film of his career, Gladiator 2. I don't buy it. It's not for me. Lil Wayne is posing with the police officer, Uncle Bob, who saved his life when he was 12. I cracked the code. This is the officer that was the inspiration behind Mrs. Officer. Y'all know he's fluid. Don't judge. We listen. We don't judge. Speaking of listening and not judging, I got the stupid bitch mascot for y'all prepped and ready. Let me mute it because you know I get songs that might take down my videos. Keyshia, Ketchup for Brains Cole, is what appears to be back with her young lover, for which she's been crashing out the last couple of weeks. She actually just purchased a heartbreak ring, I think 3 days ago. Where's the ring? Someone on the internet attacked us for attacking her, saying you guys act like you don't know about heartbreak. At 43, we gotta have had learned from the lessons in our 20s and 30s. And I just don't have the empathy nor sympathy for a very, very geriatric stupid bitch. My compassion meter is very, very low when it comes to weakness and dumb bitches and pick-me's. So I'm gonna save my compassion for real victims, small children and animals. But a 43-year-old bitch chasing around a 20-year-old Atlanta YN. You know, we're calling the young niggas YNs now. Don't know where it started, but that's like the cool thing. YN. Follow the trend or don't. Doesn't change anything. It's just, I just don't care about the stupid bitch. She's too old for this. Give it a week. Give it a week. She's going to be right back crying. I mean, and I think a week is being very generous. I want to take that back. I don't even want to give it a week because I don't want to look dumb. God bless the baby. All right, this, and I'm just going to say it because he doesn't know words yet, so it's not going to hurt his feelings. He just was born. He don't know words. This is Scrappy's threesome baby. The threesome baby is here, right? And you know what? This is what Scrappy had to say. So yes, God bless me yet again. 8 days with another son. Grateful to have a new baby boy to join the family. No matter what the negatives say, you still gonna get this daddy love and support. And you and your moms, shout out to my little guy, Kyrie Richardson, aka Young Merlot. Grateful and blessed. Let me tell you something. Just lie to me. 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 So sweet. The internet doesn't go away. Y'all done put the boy's origin story on the internet for him to be made fun of for the rest of his days. And I wouldn't be able to handle it, knowing that I was a product of a threesome. Like, just lie to me, please. But the baby's here. And congrats, question mark. Y'all don't stop with these babies. And this, I want y'all to get a real picture. I want to show y'all what's going on. I never know his name. I just call him the ugly football player. NFL star Tyreek Hill welcomes his fourth child. I'm going to need you guys to go back to kindergarten math. It's not going to be really hard. Don't be scared. I'll hold your hand while we do this math problem. NFL star Tyreek Hill welcomes his 4th child in 2 years with his wife. Their first kid together, bringing his total to 8 kids and 5 baby mamas. So the math problem, if Tyreek has 8 kids, and this is Tyreek and his wife's first, how many kids did Tyreek have on his wife? The first kid to solve the puzzle gets a star on their paper. If Tyreek had 8 apples and only 1 apple he ate with his wife, how many other apples did he eat with other women? And this is why I can't be bought, y'all. To stand there and hold that life inside of you as the wife, knowing that I don't care. If you don't give a fuck, who are I? Who are I? Who are I? You better hope they look like you, because that boy is ugly. All right. Just call it the snooze tour, pun intended. Kendrick and SZA are going on tour. Snooze bar. I just found out that Kendrick has a cult following, just like how Barbs have their thing and Beehive. I don't know what you call these people yet, but I had said that he was boring, and they came for me. It wasn't much. It wasn't nothing I couldn't handle. But he has. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. He is obsessed with living crypto messages, and people break down his videos and show. I don't care. On his tour dates, he left another crypto message for us. He is going to be spending his Father's Day in Canada performing to let people know that he's Drake's daddy. And I bet you everyone's gonna go, oh, he's a G. So yeah, for the people who are easily impressed, I'm not. You're going to notice that on Father's Day, he's in Toronto. The symbolism is that Drake's his son. And somewhere, someone with a small mind is going to go, whoa, he's better than Jay-Z. And I'm just going to have to disconnect. Speaking of Jay-Z, right? Where is this little, I can't say racial things. Where is this? You guys are going to have to be patient because I missed out on a lot of stories taking a week off. So I have to do some scrolling. Here it is. So this is, what's her name again? MIA, right? MIA says that after she signed to Roc Nation, Jay-Z told her, allegedly, that she needed plastic surgery.
Jay-Z and I signed to Roc Nation, the first thing he told me to do is get plastic surgery. I'm not insecure because I would have got plastic surgery. So their argument of Maya's fucking insecure, that's why she needs to fucking massage her ego, fails because you turn around and ask those motherfuckers, what women do you know who hasn't had plastic surgery around you? All of them have. I'm the only one who didn't, which already proves the fact. It's not insecurity. Because if I was insecure, I would have done that 100 times over. Even when I met Jay-Z and I signed to Roc Nation, the first thing he told me to do is get plastic.
I mean, he was it an insult or was he just trying to help? And it's alleged. Y'all gonna keep on trying to bring this Jay-Z hate train to my front door, and I don't care. I don't care. Speaking of rappers.
We're shaking sugar, I'm getting cake, chatty, fatty, bacon, mugger. sugar, I'm getting cake. Chatty, fatty, bacon, mugger. She said she hate a pusher. I said,
So when people tell me that Cameron is an amazing rapper, I always have to remind you that we just don't think the same. Why do y'all give this man so much? Why do y'all give this man so much? Confessions of Fire, y'all was overly impressed. We did have some bangers on there. But the nigga is not what y'all think he is. Who wrote that? Gotti? This is not... He would be perfect for this generation because y'all lack intellect and talent. Y'all like to listen to things that are on y'all reading level. Y'all don't want to be perplexed. Y'all don't want the double entendres. Y'all don't like metaphors. Y'all don't like nothing because y'all can't absorb it. So this would be the face of a current day successful rapper. Because what's a fucking mugger? What's a fucking mugger? That is Cameron Giles, y'all. And is he on Ozempic? Did Mason Betha shoot his brother with some Ozempic?
and I hate a
I know an Ozempic sister when I see one. Just not as talented, just nowhere near as talented as y'all gave him for all those decades. In other news, somebody caught a lick with the box. Someone went to a storage. This sounds like a fairy tale, but it's real. Someone went. Do you know if you abandon a storage unit, it then goes on auction, and despite what the items inside may be, you pay a set price. They don't know, you don't know, we don't know, and you get to keep the items inside of the storage unit. Well, one lucky guy bought a storage unit, and to his surprise, it was Rowdy Rich's storage unit. We had designer clothes. We had very, very, expensive items. But the most expensive item was a Grammy.
Heck is this?
Now, who leaves a fucking Grammy in a storage unit? Rowdy Rich.
Bitch. There's no way this was his freaking Grammy. Oh. Roddy Rich Grammy? Was this his freaking locker? Did we just find Roddy Rich's locker?
All right, knowing how valuable a Grammy may be, he says,
Knowing that.
to Rowdy Rich, okay, I got your Grammy. I got your, I found your storage unit. And I stumbled upon this Grammy. You want it? Yeah, sure, it's mine. Give it back. $50,000. Was he wrong? Absolutely not. Let's see what Rowdy Rich had to say. Just a snippet. I can't do long videos. This is 4 minutes. Let's just see what he says.
When I get down there to the house, it's going to be there, you know what I mean, whatever. So him getting into that accident is how, that shit even got mishandled. Once we received...
Sorry, y'all.
Knowing that when I got on the phone with him immediately, we found the video at like 1,000 views, called him immediately, you know what I mean, and offered him something, but he was basically saying the money we was on ain't shit, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, I got 10 bands for you or whatever. He like, man, that ain't shit. I want 50,000. First he asked me for an AP, then he asked for 50,000, and he wasn't, so it never was about, oh, you know what I mean, we're gonna do it on just the strength of trying to get it back to you and all that type of shit. It was more so about a nigga trying to get clout off of it, or a nigga trying to basically extort me for 50,000.
And he's not wrong. Wouldn't you? So this is the interaction. I don't know what he was paid, but he was paid something. This is the interaction of the exchange of getting the Grammy back. I gotta find it. Give me a second. Will I find it? He didn't send him. He didn't go by himself. He sent someone. Y'all gotta pardon this lack of budget. Sometimes you just gotta take my word for it because I can't find the fucking clip. Or is it on my Twitter? Is he breastfeeding? Yeah, it looks like you guys just have to take my word for it. I ain't never lie to y'all. Take it to the bank. Okay. Welp. That's gone. Okay, what else we gotta talk about? Where do I want to go next? No baddies. I really cannot get my brain into that niggerdom. Hitmakers say ladies should leave wigs in 2024. Who cares what a nigga 4'8" gotta say? Let's talk about, hey twin mom, let's talk about Biden. At the end of everyone's presidential term, they have the option to pardon people from jail. And you know what's so crazy? I remember during Trump's pardon, he pardoned, what's that rapist's name? The rap rapist. The Haitian one. Oh God, I hate to say that he's Haitian. They all look alike. They're all fairly ugly. Kodak Black. He pardoned Kodak Black, a couple of his little rapist friends, probably even himself. So now we get to the part where Joe Biden pardons his crack baby, right? You have a special counsel-man. His name is David West. He rejects Hunter Biden's bid to dismiss his indictment, saying a pardon doesn't erase the charges. You know what's so crazy? What does Trump have on white America and politicians that he can do whatever he wants? But the minute someone does something a little bit distasteful, they're just up and rallying it. If the boy wants to pardon his crack baby, pardon the crack baby. Because Trump done pardoned rappers. He done rapists, people that went to the little Rapo Island. When he gets in, he's going to pardon all those January 6ers. You pardon one crack baby, and people start going up and rallying against you. And you know who's a little house nigger? Stephen A. Smith is one cooning, chucking and jiving house nigger. And I didn't really pay him any mind. But this is him going off on Biden for pardoning his son. And I just like, all the other politicians go so low. Biden go, and I don't give a fuck about politics. But it's just like, why does one side get to, have prostitute wives, have felonies, be rapists, but you pardon one crack baby and you're just the lowest scum of the earth? I'm just not convinced.
Because when you look at Donald Trump and how the Democrats went after him, you do understand that the Democrats are no longer in a position to say anything, right? You can talk till the cows come home. You whistling into the wind. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say right now. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your party. Because when you pardon your son, going back on your word, telling the American people there was no way that you were going to pardon him when everybody and their grandmama knew you were lying but didn't hold you accountable for it. And now you've confirmed what people believed, that you were probably going to be lying about that very thing that you said you wouldn't do.
In the words of Skip, just because you're yelling doesn't mean you make sense. In his defense, first of all, he has dementia. He doesn't even remember what he had for breakfast. So I doubt he even remembers saying that he wasn't going to pardon the crack baby. Second, he would have been such a bitch ass nigga to have the power to not free his son and just didn't free him because he wanted to remain a graceful Democrat. Please spare me, you chucking and jiving house nigger. Next story. I don't even care about this. I'm not going to do the Pitbull story. She wanted attention. I told y'all about 2 weeks ago. Skip, I'd be right. Skip, just, be in the comments before we make this show about you and you hate attention, and I'll give it to your ass. Learn life before life learn you. Another one of his favorite statements. I had covered a story This is definitely, all my shows go on YouTube right after, just in case someone was at work or the advertisements in the beginning cut off too much of the good parts. This always goes right on YouTube after. I covered a story about a week ago about Chad Ochocinco Johnson being ever so distasteful and cheap and bringing a woman into his home and having an affair in the bed that he shared with his fiance. Just men sacrifice so much. Is the said man in the room with us? Okay, this is Chad sitting down with Shay, and I just want to show you the clip and we'll have a discourse.
You should be crying. Sorry.
We gonna be all right.
No, y'all ain't.
We gonna be all right.
Next year. Y'all ain't gonna be all right this year. Hey, man, you done got them people, you had people in Cincinnati believing you. Man, Ocho say we gonna be all right. Not everybody ain't doing nothing but eating chili and hot dogs. Fool you. You should be crying.
When a man can fake cry on command like that, imagine. And this is why someone said today on Twitter, when men cry, you don't feel anything? No, bleed. Bleed. Do a backflip. Jump. You can do it. Imagine the manipulation that he has done with his, grade A cry at a moment tears. Men, why are they here? That's dangerous. That's dangerous to be able to cry on command like that. But you women care. I have a jar of men tears in my freezer that I use for ice cubes. It means nothing to me. Every time I see Lil Wayne in real time, I question the outrage of him not being chosen for the Super Bowl halftime show. Because. In his inmate cargos, 4 locks grasping, holding on for dear life, geriatric hip thrust that he's going to have to put an ice pack on later, the face that can be used for infomercial for saying no to drugs. What was Dwayne Carter Jr. going to do on the biggest stage in white America? This? Air humps, real classy. Yeah, I thank Jay-Z a million times over for the decision. There's nothing that Lil Wayne could have did for a halftime, first quarter, overtime, pre-show, any show. Pray for him. I don't know why. Y'all play with Tokyo Tony. The bitch ain't all there. But this is why social media just, it gives us too much access to celebrities because we actually have the power to start beefs because they listen to these people with no lives. They listen when they put bugs in their ears because there's no way you're gonna guilt me for being rich. Get like me, brokey. So, oops, Khloe Kardashian claps back at comments shaming her for posting glamorous holiday photos while Tokyo Tony was outside feeding the homeless. I do not care. I am rich. I am not dumbing down my light for the poor. But she responded, I don't feel it's right to publicize that for my own personal pat on the back. So now what we did was we engaged in a war you can't handle because you can't do nothing with Tokyo Tony. She is undomesticated. She is a wild, rabid animal. And you let someone make a pat because you're such a white woman that was so passive aggressive. What she's saying is, Tokyo Tony posted it because she wanted a pat on the back. I do my charitable acts behind the scenes. If you want performative charitable acts, you go down the records. If you want the real money, the quiet money, come to death row. Now that lady's going to do you in. And when she do, don't ask for help. Speaking of the Kardashians and all their offsprings that nobody cares about except for people with no lives, there's a little Kardashian that says something very... Let me find it first. Was it on the other site? gotta get my budget up because I want these clips to come in real fast and then go. Dream is the mulatto that is owned by Rob Kardashian. Rob Kardashian is the only boy Kardashian. Being the only boy Kardashian with an offspring, his offspring is going to be the only true Kardashian because the other Kardashian babies aren't Kardashians because they have their father's last name. Dream Kardashian comes in the screen, this is just a small child, and says, hey, I really rather y'all see the clip, so I'm going to try a little bit longer. Because for a little kid to be spitting like that, I'm kind of impressed. Where's this little mulatto maker? This story I'm not willing to pass on. You gotta stay down till you come up. This is the one true heir. Who gives a fuck?
Why am the only Kardashian kid?
Dream.
What? My dad's the only boy.
Okay.
No cat. Cat.
I wonder where she got that from. The grandma, the baby. Okay, that is Tokyo Tony's. When she gets them on Friday nights, and it's a girl, right? I don't know. Anyway, that is Tokyo Tony's doing. Don't ask me how I know. It just has her grandmother written all over it. So Orlando Brown has been, you know, over a long course of time trying to out a lot of artists. He says he slept with Bow Wow. He said he slept with Nick Cannon. He's just, you know, saying a lot. And we know the boy is on drugs. But he just needs attention. There was something I saw today, and I said, I'm just going to stop listening to him because he just, the more, he's like a kid. The more we say, oh my God, he's so crazy, the more he's in the living room cutting up a rug trying to impress them.
We listen and we don't.
So there's a new trend that says we listen and we don't judge. And we do judge because y'all some losers. So, and I'm judging. It's fun. Somebody got to tell the truth. I will judge you for everything. And you are free to do it back. I just won't care. The trend, we listen and we don't judge. He decided to jump in. And at this point, it's just performative. And it debunks a lot of the things that he says. And
Judge. I had sex with my mama and my daddy. We listen and we don't judge.
We frost, nigga. Ain't nobody bigger than the mom.
I got a baby with my mama and my daddy. We listen and we don't.
Attention gonna be the death of a lot of y'all, and there will be no funeral. We won't mourn. We'll just go ahead and continue with our lunch. So all the things that he has said that I thought was, you know, probably possible. I'm just gonna have to not give a fuck. Not to say I did, because like we're dealing with someone who just wants attention by any means necessary. What else I have for y'all?
We're gonna try.
So they said, you know, Deion Sanders is a coach now. Remember prime time back in his day? He was a very flamboyant football player. They said his ex-wife, Pilar, don't know how you say it, is the original baby mama from hell. We were too young, but they, you know, they bring up here and there. This is a game he was at coaching both of his sons. He has three, two of them play football. And they said that he got the fuck up out of there once his baby mother got on the field. He didn't know his sons had called their mom down.
Do the impossible. My brother just got my mom from the stands because the senior night we didn't know we had to walk. They're not going. They're like World War III trying to get them to walk together.
A quarterback from Dallas, Texas, number 2, Shedeur Sanders. And a safety, number 21, Shiloh Sanders. Joined by Deion Coach Brian Sanders. our final team that pulls us here today. We thank you all for your
Hey, y'all sure know how to pick them. I don't care. I love when men go through hard times in life. I just genuinely don't give a fuck. Ring them through the ringer some more. You know what's so interesting to me? I always thought after Sweet Pussy Saturdays that Plies was, you know, a low vibrational non-intellect. And he probably still is, but he does know his politics because there's a game that the Republicans and the Democrats play, and I genuinely don't give a fuck because they're all friends. They're all friends, and the underlying mission is to keep black people at the bottom of the totem pole, and they're doing a phenomenal job over there. But he does, this is what he said. Dear Joe Biden, you was willing to be unpresidential and pardon your son, Hunter Biden. But you should have been more unpresidential also when it came to the needs of the American people. You did a lot of great things, but you played it too close to the vest when your opponent followed no rules. So basically, you allowed Trump to do the voter fraud. You allowed the Republicans to be sneaky and low because that's their thing. You had an opportunity to do something remarkable in history. You had the opportunity to denounce Trump's winning the presidential elect, stepping down, making Kamala the president, and throwing a... You didn't want to be unpresidential and low because it was the undemocratic way. The Democrats have this false sense of classiness, and none of them are classy. They're all animals. And when it came to, you know, freeing the crack baby, you freed the crack baby. So shout out to Plies for having a little bit of sense outside of Sweet Pussy Saturdays. He does actually have something in that Kirk Franklin head of his. I can't do it. Krishan says they're married. Who cares? Jess Hilarious shows her baby to the world. Cutie patootie, really adorable. I'm sorry, my screen keeps going out because I keep on kicking something. Boosie wants attention. He's another one. He reminds me of Orlando Brown, but he's really retarded, so I really can't gauge it. He says the inmates are blessed to be in prison with R. Kelly. He could have all my soups. It sounds like soup is code word for butthole. Anyway, if you know Boosie, you know what I mean. This is how I'm gonna close out.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to...
You know I love me a good damn doggy. Shannon Sharp went viral the day after Thanksgiving because on Thanksgiving he chose to have his doggies on the table. He had one doggie on the table. The other doggie was by his leg like a good boy. The dogless, you guys call this childless. That sounds like a badge of honor and accolade. The dogless came on Twitter and said all kind of things. It's like, that's nasty. You don't have a dog at the table. And he clapped back at everybody. He was just like, how many gazillion years do you think it would take for you to ever be welcome at a seat at this table? You know, and he fought
That's the guy who fought.
So Shannon Sharp, I really like to see dogs live good lives. I lied. The last story is going to be people discrediting LL Cool J. He's very unlikable. He's unlikable and he's a Jay-Z hater. But I'm not delusional. I can not like people and I still won't take away from them. That's why I still sing Nicki songs and it drives the Barbs mad. Like, she's a rape wife. She's a loser. She mean, but she does make quite a few bops. Same with LL. He's bitter. He's a hater. Too much Botox, lipo. But he wants us to realize that he was important. Now, saying that he's the most important rapper of all time, that's where I'm going to have to deflate your silicone. Do you guys agree? LL Cool J says he believes one day people will wake up and realize that he's the most important rapper to ever exist. Is he telling the truth? Does Big Ellie have a point? I'm going to go ahead and say no. I'm going to go ahead and say too much dip on your chip. You are cool. Most important is one of the biggest stretches I've ever heard. And I think that's where we'll end today. I'm sleepy and I'm cold and I'm going to crawl back in my bed. I also want to find a way to do this show from my bed. I'm tired. Delusional because I can only think of 3 songs. And guess what? You know what? I'll take up for him. A lot of his hits, we were too small. You got to think about what year Mama Said Knock You Out came out. I think we came out the same year. I think that song and me came out the same year. But I'm going to give him a hot 7 songs in 4 decades. 7 big songs in 4 decades. Go away. Go away. We don't care. Yeah, I'm going to set up a tripod and we're going to do this from my bed. Setting up a camera and sitting in a chair so unnatural. I'd rather be scratching my butt in the bed. For anyone who missed any of the show, it's going to go up on YouTube in the next 10 minutes. Today is Tuesday, so unfortunately we have another whole 3 more shows of ghetto nonsense that I'm not impressed by. So if you guys enjoyed the show, tell a friend to tell a friend. We will have our next episode tomorrow from 12 to 1. As always, have a great day and go fuck yourselves. Peace out.